Mouth and freshens your breath.
In the song The Fourth Day of Christmas has my true love bringing 4 calling birds. Well, 4 calling birds is too messy for our studios, so our 12 Days of Christmas today is focusing on electronics. And to introduce us to some of the new gadgets that you'll find in the electronics today is Andy Parr, whose syndicated newspaper column on electronics is read by over 15 million people every day. Good morning.
Good morning.
The electronics are a heck of a lot cheaper than they were 7, 8 years ago, right?
Probably the best thing about the consumer electronics industry is that every year products get a little bit better and a little bit cheaper.
The bad news is we don't have any of the cheap stuff here today. We got some expensive stuff. Starting with this video game, the Neo Geo is not inexpensive.
This is the ultimate video game. In fact, this year video games will account for $5 billion in retail sales. This is the newest unit on the market. This is the Neo Geo. Basically, this has both a 16-bit and an 8-bit chip inside, whereas the other games, the Nintendo and the Sega and the NEC, which are great games, they're arcade-like. This game is the closest to the real arcade.
Show us what it'll do.
In fact, would you like to play?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, here, we'll just take it off here.
Okay.
You're playing a motorcycle game here called Riding Hero. Your accelerator is on your button A, and you'll steer around.
And nothing happens if I run off the road, unless...
Oh, unless, well, if you hit something, it will happen.
Look how that one, I missed it.
But if you notice, the multiple scrolling graphics gives you a multi-dimensional effect. Oops.
Okay.
Well,
that's all right.
That's life there.
That's life there, yeah.
And also stereo sound in the better games. You get those. This unit sells for $650.
And the cartridges?
About $200.
$200?
Well, this is the real arcade game. I mean, this is just like, well, I'll put it this way. The only thing missing is a slot to put the quarters in.
That's true. You don't have to put any quarters in that, and it'll take more than just 1 quarter to work on this Fisher video cam.
Yes. Now, as you know, camcorders are hot. This unit is probably the most unique on the market. As you can tell, it looks more like a pair of binoculars than a camcorder.
Okay.
And let's just turn it on.
To camera, all right.
And this unit sells for about $1,000. And because of this horizontal styling, you hold it with 2 hands, and it makes it easier to steady, and your pictures will be less jittery. In fact, you're pretty good there.
There we are. Yeah, hi there. I see you. Hi, Billy.
This is the Fisher FVC 880.
Okay.
And now there is a problem with owning a camcorder, though.
What's that?
Well, I guess the only problem is that you never have the opportunity to put yourself into the picture.
That's right. The guy who's taking them is always, you hear him, but you never see him.
You never see him. Until now. We have a new product with us. This is the In the Picture. Now, I'm wearing around my waist a little micro belt that transmits ultrasonic sound.
Okay.
I'm going to walk around, and as you'll see, the camcorder will pan and follow me around the room.
And we're looking at the output on it, and then the insert is just the shot of the camera.
And by the way, the camera you're looking at is one of the new Panasonic VHS-C models. This is the model PV20, sells for about $1,000. But on the In the Picture, what's really unique about it is, think of the applications for a birthday party.
Sure.
You can put it on the celebrants.
Now, I'm not going, well, we'll see. This is good. This will stretch around just about anybody's waist.
But that's
How
what the
much
belt
does this
looks like.
cost?
This sells for $280. Of course, the camcorder and tripod are not included.
Yeah.
But it fits right on top of any standard tripod and below any video camera.
Everybody, it seems, is going with the cordless phones. This one is different because...
There is no antenna. In fact, the name of it is the Cobra antenna. And what they did, they built the antenna inside the unit, and it still gives you a full range in maximum conditions up to a 1,000-foot range. But what I also like about this, if you look at the oversized buttons, even people who might have a hard time seeing can see this. Also, long fingernails can hit these soft buttons.
Now, but when you're, okay.
And when you're talking...
My problem when I talk on portable phones is I usually hit the button and I get zapped.
Oh, that? Well, I don't think you'll have the problem with this unit.
Super.
But, you know, if you look at it, the #1 thing that breaks with the cordless phone is the antenna.
Because you break it off.
This has been taken off. Also, the
How much?
keyboard's illuminated, $160.
Not bad.
Now, in answering machines, what's new this year are tapeless answering machines, completely digital. I have a unit here from PhoneMate. This is the PhoneMate Atom, which uses electronic memory modules to be able to record up to 10 minutes of messages. Without the tape, there's no moving parts, and they last longer. This unit sells for about $250.
And the AT&T is about $100.
And this unit sells for $140.
Okay. Now, this something is really neat. This is Dick Tracy in the 90s.
Yeah, this is we're almost to Dick Tracy.
A wristwatch, but...
Instead of just being a watch, it includes the pager in the watch. It is the Motorola wrist pager, sells for $300, and this is the first step to being Dick Tracy.
And this is really neat, but what's really neat for everyone who could never figure out how to set your VCR, there is now in some cities a way to do it without going crazy.
Yes, this is the VCR Plus, And here, this is this morning's New York Times.
Yeah.
Right now, about 20 newspapers are running these little coded numbers between 2 and 7 digits by the program listings. These are designed to be used with this product. What you would do, for example, if you want to record a program, you get the code, punch it in, and hit once. Put a tape in your VCR and just set this down in the same room.
And it'll do the rest.
Yeah, when the time comes, it will turn it on, it will hit record, go to the right channel, and turn it off. Sells for $60, currently available in about 20 markets.
And if your newspaper has little numbers next to the TV listings, you know you're in a city.
You know that you have it.
Andy, it's good to see you, and I'm going to use your little gadget one more time because we got to get Al Roker to do a little work for us, okay?
Have fun.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Thank
All right,
you.
now, Al, where are you? Now, you're supposed to do a commercial here.
Okay.
Shoot, do it.
Whoa.
No,
Hold
wait
it
a
still.
minute,
Hold
I'm
it still,
being very
Deborah.
still.
Deborah, you're not.
I'm
Come
being
on.
still.
Well, now, here's a word from Charmin. Hold it still. Here's Charmin's word.
Everybody loves a little squeeze. Squeeze.
Charmin says, don't hold back. Every family needs squeezing. Don't resist. If it's soft, who needs a reason? Everyone should have some squeezing fun. And with squeezable softness, Charmin's the one. So don't hold back. Everybody agrees. Take that softness and give it a squeeze. So don't hold back. Everybody loves a little squeeze. This is a 2-hour ride.
So?
So what if my diarrhea comes back?
Oh, relax. You took these Imodium AD caplets.
Just once. I always took the pink stuff 2 or 3 times.
Well, these are much better.
Imodium AD caplets are so effective, they often work in one dose, instead of dose after dose after dose like the pink stuff.
I'm leaving.
Already?
Imodium AD caplets can make your first attack of diarrhea your last.
Wish I didn't have to bake. Wish I knew what to bring. Wish I'd get one.
Baskin-Robbins presents 30 wonderful holiday desserts that'll make your wishes come true.
Here, 20-inch casino bites. 5-speed, all-terrain, and at this price, we can get one for Lisa and one for Eric.
Oh, won't they look nice with ribbons under the tree?
Well, Lisa will. I don't know about Eric.
As your business changes, an ordinary computer may not support your demands. You need a computer that was designed for change. An IBM PS2 with microchannel. When you shuffle things around, you can easily add advanced cards for complex imaging, networking, multimedia, and more. So instead of an ordinary computer, to play your cards right, how you going to do it? PS2 it.
We're playing with the gadgets here. Joe, you got grandkids. You probably need something like this.
Oh, yeah.
Here, Katie's sitting on the cord.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Nice, Katie.
Katie comes with the camera.
That's telling you.
Not quite.
Oh, I see.
You just look through there. It's real. It's light as.
Oh, very
light as-
attractive.
Oh, you're
You're
gonna
good
me
at
now?
this.
Well, everybody get a shot at it.
This is so lightweight. It's amazing. It's like taking a regular picture.
angle over
Right there?
It's even lighter weight than some 35-millimeter cameras.
Oh,
Al, she's using the wide angle on you.
Now, no violence on TV. Get the violence off TV. It's 3D home video.
We don't want to have horror movies here. It's too early.
That's a
This is
close
about
one.
$1,000. So this is the price of what video cameras were when they first came out.
Pretty neat looking.
But it.
The thing is that you can't play that back in your VCR.
No, but you can
right
plug
up-
it directly
Yeah,
into
you
your
hook it up to your
television.
TV.
You
Do
use
it that
that as
way.
your player. Yeah.
me see
Something
it
for
now.
Christmas. We'll be back
Sure.
after this earthquake
Gonna get
finishes.
you one for Christmas, kid.
It's Bob Hope's Christmas blowout from Bermuda.
It's so laid back here, the national anthem is Don't Worry, Be Happy.
Bonnie Anderson, Joan Van Ark, and Dixie Carter on NBC.
Saturday.
Presenting The People's Court.
One by one. Suing is such fun. Is she lying?
Telling the truth.
Why is she crying?
What? He made a goose.
Tell us, Doug Llewellyn.
And Rusty, too.
Who is Wapner gonna give the money to? The People's Court. Every show a great performance.
Court convenes weekdays at 3, only on Channel 2.
The trilogy is back on video cassette. Star Wars.
You're coming in too fast.
The Empire Strikes Back.
Cave is collapsing.
This is no cave. Return of the Jedi.
Soon the rebellion will be crushed and young Skywalker will be one of us.
You're
alongside that one.
This holiday season, give the limited edition Trilogy gift pack and own the stars for the best price ever. Also available separately at $19.98 each.
Wolf Nursery has cut the price of Scotch Pine Christmas trees to just $17.88. Pick one up at any Wolf Nursery.
Next today is Andy Parr, whose syndicated newspaper column on electronics is read by over 15 million people every day. Good morning.
Good morning.
The electronics are a heck of a lot cheaper than they were 7-8 years ago, right?
Probably the best thing about the consumer electronics industry is that every year products get a little
mouth and freshens your breath.
In the song The Fourth Day of Christmas has my true love bringing 4 calling birds. Well, 4 calling birds is too messy for our studios, so our 12 Days of Christmas today is focusing on electronics. And to introduce us to some of the new gadgets that you'll find in the electronics
unit on the market. This is the Neo Geo. Basically, this has both a 16-bit and an 8-bit chip inside, whereas the other games, the Nintendo and the Sega and the NEC, which are great games, they're arcade-like. This game is the closest to the real arcade.
Show us what it'll do.
Okay, it's a little bit better and a little bit cheaper.
The bad news is we don't have any of the cheap stuff here today. We got some expensive stuff. Starting with this video game, the Neo Geo is not inexpensive.
This is the ultimate video game. In fact, this year video games will account for $5 billion in retail sales. This is the newest. Would you like to play?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, here, we'll just take it off here.
Okay.
You're playing a motorcycle game here called Riding Hero. Your accelerator is on your button A, and you'll steer around.
And nothing happens if I run off the road, unless...
Oh, unless, well, if you hit something, it will happen.
Look, pal, that one. Oh, I missed it.
But if you notice the multiple scrolls...